Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of Secrets on the London Underground. Before I start the video, I just want to thank everyone for their kind words about the first video, especially you, Jeff. Thank you. Now, filming footage for this video was a little difficult as I suffered a few setbacks. Firstly, at Heathrow Terminal 5 I got told off for filming as there is no photography allowed at the station, for reasons I'll explain later. So as a result, there is little footage filmed there, and in all 3 members of staff asked me what I was doing as I walked to the mainline station to get the train back to Paddington. And as a result I missed the train and had to wait 30 minutes for the next one. So I had to completely replan where I was going to go, but anyway, here are some more secrets on the London Underground. We start the video at Pimlico, a rather generic station on the Victoria line between Victoria and Vauxhall. This station is interesting for 2 reasons. The first one is that it is the only station on the whole of the line that doesn't connect with anything else. All the other stations on the Victoria line connect with either another tube line, the Overground, or National Rail. The second is that the station is the last station on the Victoria line to have its original late 60s and early 70s light-up roundel, and the station still has a very 60s look. One final interesting story to tell is that when Princess Alexandra opened the Brixton Extension in 1971, she visited the station, but the station didn't open until 1972, so they only showed her the station at platform level, because the above level wasn't even finished. The next station I want to talk about is Covent Garden, a busy station on the Piccadilly line which serves the former market, now a shopping centre. But it is also the closest station to the London Transport Museum, and as a result of their heritage preservation, you can see 3 generations of station signage at the station. The letters printed on the tiles date back to 1906 when the station opened on the Great Northern Piccadilly and Brompton Railway. The old-style roundel appeared in around 1908 when many tube lines were owned by UERL, which was the predecessor to London Transport. The modern signs are just simply the branding that's set up by London Transport in the 1920s that has been updated slowly ever since. There's a lot more to talk about with this station, like the ghost of William Terrace that apparently haunts the station, and the 15-storey stairs, but I think it is now time to move on. Next up, just a quick one on Piccadilly Circus, probably the most famous station on the network. The original station building was opened in 1906 and located far away from the circus. As a result, the station was completely rebuilt in the 1920s with a new circular ticket hall underneath the circus itself. In this ticket hall, there are a few little gems hidden around it. The most famous one is this, the world clock, which shows times of day in different parts of the world, and still works flawlessly to this day. The second is this plaque above the ticket machines, which was installed in 2006 to commemorate the Bakerloo line's 100th birthday. Round the back of the ticket hall there is this lovely memorial to Frank Pick, who was one of the founding fathers of the Underground's corporate identity. Also, there is an Eros in the tiles at the end of the escalators. Now it's time to talk about Heathrow Airport, and I'll give you a potted history of Heathrow's railways and a few secrets in the area. Our story begins in the groovy year of 1975, when the Piccadilly line, which until then terminated at Hounslow West, was extended to a new station on the edge of the airport named Hatton Cross. The end goal was to get to Heathrow, and eventually in 1977, the extension to what was then called Heathrow Central was opened by the Queen. In 1985, the station was renamed Heathrow Terminals 1, 2 and 3. In 1986, Terminal 4 was opened by Prince Charles and Princess Diana, and along with it came a new tube station built to serve it, on a new loop of track which allowed trains to stop there and return to Heathrow Terminals 1, 2 and 3 and head back east. Then, in 1998, after years of building new and wider tunnels under the airport, the Heathrow Express service was started, opened by then Prime Minister Tony Blair. The service originally ran from Paddington to Terminals 1, 2 and 3 and then to Terminal 4. Later on, in 2005, another service was started, Heathrow Connect, which was a service that ran on the same route as Heathrow Express but stopped at all the intermediate stations. In 2008, Terminal 5 was opened, and along with it came a new tube station on the Piccadilly line, but it was interestingly ran by the airport itself and not by TfL, which is probably why they had trouble with me filming there, as there are more staff down there than a normal tube station. Also, the signs there are in Frutiger, not Johnston. Ugh. A station was constructed right next door to the tube station, which is served by the Heathrow Express and Connect, with the Express ceasing its running to Terminal 4. In 2015, Terminal 1 was closed and the station was renamed to Terminals 2 and 3, although the tube signs still say 1, 2 and 3. In 2018, Heathrow Connect services were taken over by TfL and rebranded to TfL Rail, and will eventually be part of the new Elizabeth line. In 2020, due to the ongoing pandemic, Terminal 4 was temporarily closed, and so was the train station. Some quick things to point out is that the stations at Hatton Cross have a mosaic, which shows the old Speedmark logo used by BOAC and then British Airways until the mid-1980s. At Terminals 2 and 3, there is a motif which is designed to resemble the iconic supersonic passenger aircraft Concorde. It is a replica though, but it was originally installed when the station opened in 1977. And at Terminal 5, there is an area which they have clearly left open to allow for expansion to the mainline station. Well, hi everyone, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Apologies for the slight sparsity of stuff in this one, it's just that a few setbacks hit me while I was filming, and that didn't really help. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and take care.